Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name's David A. Qua and welcome to my YouTube channel. Your source for the hottest, nastiest, most filthiest videos on YouTube. So if you're a brand new visitor to my YouTube channel and have no idea what my videos are all about, I love to talk about things I'm passionate about, man. Movies, comic books, video games. I do hauls, reviews, unboxings. If that's the type of thing you're into, you may want to check out my other content. If you like what you see, do subscribe. And if you like what you see here, you want to learn more about me, I also have a Twitter, I have an Instagram. If you like video game related stuff, I also have a Twitch. It's the same username all throughout, David A. Qua. So I recently saw Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi in theaters. I saw it in 3D. Towards the end of this video, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts, my reviews of the movie. But before we get to that, I say we take a look at my Star Wars collection. I just set this up. Usually got like DVDs here. They're all like stacked on the floor and stuff like that over there. I just want to show you my collection. And I guess I'll box it back up. So here's Yoda stuff. I have tons of Yoda stuff. I love Yoda, man. And by the way, my review will have spoilers in it. Okay? Just want to let you guys know. You guys can still watch this part of the video. It's just my collection. But towards the end of the video, once we get to the review, I will talk about spoilers. Okay? So if you haven't seen the movie, you don't want to be spoiled, because they have a lot of twists and turns in the movie. I'll just let you guys know that. You can stay away from it. But you can watch this part at least. So we got a Yoda puppet. We got a talking electronic Yoda right there. Yoda Valentine's Day cards. We got Time Magazine with Yoda. Yoda earbuds. You know, I got Yoda gloves and Yoda t-shirts also. This is not everything, by the way. This is not everything. I actually have more. Like, I have the VHS tapes, the DVDs, you know. I didn't display them here because I got the Blu-ray, so I didn't bother to display the DVDs. But as you can see, we got more Yoda, Star Wars stuff, vintage collection figures, Clone Wars figures. We got the original Yoda. We got Yoda from Pizza Hut, you know. Tons of different Yodas right here. Here we have, well, more Yoda figures, of course. But we have C-3PO and R2-D2 through the years. Of course, R2-D2 doesn't really change much, but look, you know, we got naked C-3PO. We got Attack of Clones Rusty C-3PO. We got C-3PO in all his glorious shiny days, you know. C-3PO with the red arm from Force Awakens. Yeah. Down here we got the Jedi. Over here we got the Sith Lords. And some, you can see back there we got vintage collection figures. So we got Mace Windu, Padme, we got Luke, Anakin, we got special edition versions of Luke and Leia right there, Han, okay. Over here, Expanding Universe Troopers, Anakin, Boba Fett vintage collection figure, Vader, Maul, yeah. So let's take a look at the heroes first, okay. Plo Koon, Ahsoka, different versions of Qui-Gon, Anakin, Ezra, Kanan. We have Mace Windu back there. We have different versions of Luke Skywalker, including Luke Skywalker from The Last Jedi, which I got from Force Friday. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. We got different versions of Obi-Wan, Apprentice Obi-Wan, Master Obi-Wan, Old Ben Kenobi, right? And we got over here, I put Anakin right there because he's like at the edge. You know what I mean? He's at the edge. Here we got the Sith Lords, the bad guys, right? We got Palpatine. We got Count Dooku. We got different versions of Vader, Kylo Ren, General Grievous, Ventress, Prince Scissors. Yeah, that's right. I call him Scissors because when I was reading the book, that's how I pronounced it. We've got Darth Maul, of course. Okay. Down here we got other figures. Okay. We have Han with all the ladies. Han Solo surrounded by all the ladies right there. And if you're people are asking me, David, you say in your intro you got filthy, nasty videos on your YouTube channel. Where are they? Well, here it is. Oh, no. We got some, let's see, some aliens over here. Oh, and we have, back there, you see, Padme, Princess Leia. We got the pilot from Phantom Menace. We got Lando Calrissian, right? Over here we got Chewbacca and Watto and Jar Jar Binks. Over here, we got some couple figures from Force Awakens. We got Finn and Rey back there. The Inquisitor from Cartoon Network, right? We got father and son here. We got Boba Fett and Jango Fett. And of course I got this other figure up here. Okay. We got Jabba the Hutt with Slave Trooper. Slave Trooper. Couple of droids right there. Over here we got a couple Rogue One figures. Okay. And we got some troopers. And oh yeah, we got Last Jedi Rey right there. And the Savage. Okay. So there's Captain Phasma. We'll talk about her in a little bit. And her role in Last Jedi. Okay. I got DVDs. I got VHS of some of these movies also. I didn't display them because they're boxed up, right? I still got stuff boxed up from the move. I still haven't unpacked. I don't think I ever will be unpacked. More Vader figures right there. This one actually lights up. See that? It lights up. It's lightsaber. Battle damage Darth Vader. We got some battle droids. A humongous Jar Jar Binks and more troopers. Of course. Okay. And that's kind of it. I figure what we can do now is talk about Star Wars The Last Jedi. And this is where there will be spoilers. So if you're not ready for it, haven't seen the movie yourself, it is Star Wars. There's some moments you probably don't want to be spoiled. Okay? But I'm going to talk about them right now. So what we're going to do now is talk about Star Wars The Last Jedi, the movie I recently saw this past weekend. Here's my ticket stub. I went to see it in 3D, by the way, at the Premier Cinema 6 in Pearland, Texas. Where what I'm going to do is go back and forth between something I like, something I dislike. We'll go back and forth. We'll go from there, okay? Something I like. I like the new locations. I'm going to say this about every single Star Wars movie. I like the new locations, the new planets. In the Last Jedi, the two that really stood out for me, there was one location where it's like a casino city or whatever. It's kind of like Las Vegas or Atlantic City or something like that. People were gambling, and there was like exotic slot machines that were playing like games and cards, but it's like it looks different than what we know it, you know. So it's like very alien casino, you know. They have like horse racing and all that stuff. Like Finn and Rose went to this city to look for someone, and I thought it looked really different, you know. Even though it's like, you know, it's a casino, we know what casinos look like, you know. They made it look. There's a lot of eye candy. Different types of aliens were there and stuff like that. The music was very cantina-esque, you know. So that was one of the locations that I really like. Like, even though like the storyline, why they were there wasn't as interesting, I actually liked looking at the locations and seeing, you know, the different people, the different aliens and stuff like that. Okay. The other planet that really stood out was the one at the end. It was like a salty, sandy planet at the top layer, but underneath it was like red dirt. And there was this one scene where the Millennium Falcon, where Rey and Chewbacca were flying the Millennium Falcon through like underground tunnels and caves and stuff like that. It looked freaking beautiful, man. Like they went underground or whatever, and all these TIE fighters were chasing them. And I was like, oh my gosh. It was like red crystals. It was like all shiny, and it was like very exotic looking. So that was one thing I really liked, was the like new locations, the new planets. I mean, every single movie they introduced like a new planet or something like that. You know, either it's like a sandy planet, a city in the clouds, a foresty moon. You know, they have like an entire city. The entire planet as a city, you know, completely covered in rain and floods. You know, that planet from Attack of the Clones where Obi-Wan fought Jango Fett, and you know, Mustafar, and you know, a volcanic planet and stuff like that. This one had very exotic, red dirt, all really cool. Okay, something I didn't like, Captain Phasma, who I have an action figure of here. Oops. I thought ever since The Force Awakens that she would be a more prevalent character in the Star Wars franchise. You know, like I wasn't expecting something like huge, but you know. Boba Fett was in every single, like, he was in the special edition of A New Hope. He was a lot in Empire Strikes Back. He was at the beginning of Return of the Jedi. I thought that she would be in a much more prevalent character, more lines, more scenes and stuff like that. Even I thought she was going to be like Jango Fett at least. You know, tons of scenes, very relevant. You know, Jango Fett. You know, he was only in Attack of the Clones, but he was like. And you know, he was a huge part in the prequels. You know, like he was the host for the clones or whatever you want to call it. Okay, or General Grievous. Like General Grievous was in Revenge of the Sith for a very significant amount of the film. You know, and even in but this movie, she was like at the end, and then they killed her off. Like she had bulletproof or laser-proof armor, so she could come back. She could be like Kenny from South Park, you know. She just comes back every single time. Oh, how on earth does she always survive? You know, people are always saying, "Oh, Boba Fett survived also," you know. And we got some background story with him, you know, with Boba Fett. You know, we got Jango Fett, the father, you know, and we saw him as a kid and stuff like that. He showed up in the Clone Wars cartoon and stuff like that too. Captain Phasma, I thought she would have a bigger part, you know. So yeah, that's a really disappointing thing right there. Something I did like, Yoda, man. As you can see, I'm a huge fan of Yoda. I got a bunch of Yoda stuff, Yoda posters, Yoda action figures. You know, I love Yoda, and to see him, Force Ghost, as he was seen, and like you know what he looked like. Remember that one scene in Empire Strikes Back where it was like, never his mind on where he was. What he was doing. That scene, that's what he looked like. He had the squinty eyes and stuff like that. It was his puppet version, you know. But Frank Oz did do the voice. I recognized Frank Oz's voice. And he was there, and it was like a beautiful scene where, you know, the ancient tree or whatever was burning. And he was funny, too. You know, he was, you can tell he's enjoying his afterlife, you know. And he just sat there, and Luke and Yoda kind of had a quiet moment, just chilling, you know, in front of the fire, you know, nighttime in the fireplace, and they probably shared stories, probably like more scenes, you know, more conversation after that. It's like, so Yoda, how you been? You know, how's Obi-Wan? You know, so yeah, so I like the scene when we saw Yoda in the movie. Something I didn't like. There was no actual lightsaber on lightsaber fight in this movie, but the way the movie went, I thought was fine with it. There was like, you know, it wasn't like the lightsabers weren't used at all in this movie. There was like, there were these red royal guards, whatever you want to call them, you know. There was like, they're red guards, right? And they had a huge lightsaber like battle with Kylo Ren, Ben Solo, and Rey. Like, they were like, oh my gosh. There was one scene where Rey threw the blue lightsaber, right? And he was in a chokehold, you know? Kylo Ren was in a chokehold. And then Rey threw the lightsaber, and he was right in the face. Oh my gosh. So, that was a cool scene right there. very hardcore, you know? Something I like, right? Poe Dameron. I like him. He's a funny character. He's very witty. I like the part in the very beginning with General Hux. He was like, can you hear me? At the very beginning, he was like, "Can he hear us?" You know, General Hux was like very confused. He was like, "Okay, I'll be on hold and stuff." Poe Dameron was like they actually used the word tooling. Like the language in this movie was is very modern. You know, very modern. Like at one point, Poe Dameron said, big ass door. So I didn't know that they have words like that in the Star Wars universe. They've always had, British accents and stuff like that, but very, very proper. They're very like. But you can tell that time has passed in the Star Wars universe. Something I didn't like. Let's see. Oh, there was this one scene where Leia was like sucked down into space, right? Actually, all the leaders were sucked down in space. Like Admiral Akbar, he's gone now, and I'm like, shouldn't he at least have some type of final epic moment? He was there to battle the second Death Star. He was there like for all these epic battles and stuff like that, and that's how we took him out. Nah, come on. But yeah, there was this part where Leia was sucked down into space, and then she used the Force to bring her back into the ship. And I don't think they're going to continue with that. Like, they're not going to be like, oh, Leia's going to have like big powers. She's going to change, Kylo Ren and whatever. He's going to return in the next movie because you know what happened, and she's something's going to happen with something's got to come out of that, There's got to be a reason for that scene. If it's just there, okay, she saved herself, then I'll be fine with that. I mean, this is the problem with having so many writers, so many different directors, The X-Men franchise has tons of holes and stuff like that. Incomplete storylines and whatever. But yeah. I guess the next thing I should talk about is something I like, huh? I guess I like the new powers that were introduced, There were some... we never knew that Jedi can, project themselves clear. He was in one planet that was hidden away, right? And he used all his Force powers or whatever to project himself to the red sandy planet, the salty planet. And we never seen that by any Jedi before. And I wouldn't... I guess seeing Luke leave, would be kind of a downside, like something I don't like. I didn't want to see, characters being picked off one by one in the. But yeah, I guess it had to happen. I mean, Luke Skywalker can return in the next one. It can happen. Okay. And I guess we'll have to go from there. Like when Empire Strikes Back came out, a lot of people. I watched the documentaries on like the DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff like that. A lot of people walked out and they were like disappointed, in Empire Strikes Back. And today. And we see the whole scheme of things, we see the whole story, and now we see like it's a very important chapter, one of the better movies, okay, if not the best Star Wars movie in the franchise. We got to see the whole picture. Like I don't know where they're going with this, So a lot of people walked out and said, "Wait, that's the end of the movie? That's the end of Empire Strikes Back?" A lot of people said that. They're like, "Okay, Han's gone, no one won." Luke lost his hand. Like, what? That's the ending of this movie? Nah. So, people have to see the whole story, They have to see the next chapter, and then everything just makes sense. Or they, like, and they make you appreciate something before when something comes. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just rambling now. So, I would say my top favorite movies in the Star Wars franchise, okay? Number one is Return of the Jedi. I have good memories of that movie. I like the movie. Okay, so Return of the Jedi is my favorite, At the end, it was very hopeful. That's the other thing I like about The Last Jedi. At the end, it was very hopeful, It was like, everyone's together, I like that ending scene. There was like, Leia and Chewbacca, and everyone was like, together. They're sitting down, they're just chilling in the room, and it had a very hopeful feeling, And, where was I going with this? Oh, my favorite movies. Return of the Jedi, okay? And, I like, Revenge of the Sith. I'm just gonna give you, like, my top 5 movies, I guess. Empire Strikes Back, of course. I actually do like, Rogue One. I like Rogue One a lot, okay? I'm gonna add that in as one of the Star Wars movies also, okay? And, I'll be honest with you, Attack of the Clones is actually, one of my favorite movies also, just because I had good memories. I went to see with my family. friends. You know, I saw it multiple times with family and friends, and it just had a good connection with me. So I know a lot of people say Attack of the Clones is like the way bottom. To me, it's like I like it more than A New Hope, to be honest with you. You know, it's just because when I saw A New Hope, I was just alone sitting in my room, and I never got any personal. Like when I saw Attack of the Clones, I saw it with my friends, I saw it with my family, saw it again with some buddies of mine. You know, when it came out on DVD, I saw it at home and stuff like that. And I remember like during Christmas and Thanksgiving, we watched the movie also. I got some good memories with Attack of the Clones. You know, good memories. And that was like the last movie I saw before this movie theater closed back in Kansas. Okay. Alright, so thank you for watching, everyone. Rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Those are my thoughts on The Last Jedi. Hope you guys saw the movie too. It's good. I enjoyed it. Kind of suspend your disbelief and don't worry about, you know, give it a second viewing if you have to. And you probably will enjoy it. Relax, you know. It's, and accept it for what it is, I guess, you know. So if you come in with high expectations, you're probably going to be disappointed. But if you come in and just accept it, you know, don't expect too much, you know, you'll enjoy it. You know, it's just another movie, okay? Just another movie. Thank you for watching.